Hello, welcome back to Project 52 and week 36 to be specific. If you're new here, in Project 52 we are trying to produce 52 tracks in 1 year, one for each week of the year 2025. So without further ado, let's jump straight into making this week's track. Alright, here we are again in Ableton Live. As usual, I have already started the track a bit because the starting process is usually the hardest part for me and it takes a long time. So I tend to not film that part because I would just have so much footage to go through. But the only thing I have done so far is just sketched out the idea for this week's track, which I'll first just play you in whole, just so you can get an idea of what we are going for this week. Then I'll briefly show you all the individual tracks that I have used to make the track as it is. And then we'll jump back into production and try to finish the track. If not today, hopefully tomorrow. Today it's Monday. I release these videos on Wednesdays. So once again, I took the end of last week kind of focusing on other stuff. And now I have 3 days to finish the track. If we are not able to do it today, we'll get back to it tomorrow and try to finish it then, so I have enough time to edit and release the video. So that's the plan at least. Let's get right to it, and I'll first play you the short loop that I have here, which will be our idea. And this is the drop of the track. It's going to be a bass type of thing. I don't know the genre. It'll just go right to the drop, so prepare yourself. And once we start producing, we might start with an intro and then a build up and then start like building from there. But here is the track so far. And that's literally all. It's just a loop, and I hope we are able to do something with this idea. If you're interested how the track is made so far, I'll go through all the individual tracks now. If you're not and just want to see the production part, you can use the chapter marks down below to jump into the part where I start making new stuff again and trying to finish the track. First up, we have the kick drum, and it sounds like this. I'll just enable the metronome here so you can hear the rhythm in the background, so you get a better feel of the rhythm that the kick is playing. So just as the whole idea is, the kick is also not hitting exactly at the kind of the right places. It's a bit delayed and it gives a nice kind of broken sounding groove. Next up is the snare, which is a layer of 4 different elements. The first one is just this tiny short, like a reverse thingy. The second one is like this. The third one sounds like this, kind of the tonal element, and the fourth one is a, and all of those together sound like this, and that's the snare. The next track is a loop that I have deactivated for now. I don't know if we end up using it at all, but if we do, I'll show it to you then. Then we have these 2 hi-hats. There are 2 layers. The first one sounds like this, and the second one is a loop and it sounds like this, which I have just like edited to hit the same spots that the other layer is also hitting. So the drums together so far sound like this. Then onto the basses, where we also have 2 deactivated tracks, but I'll show you those soon. First up, we have the sub bass, and it's very simple. It sounds like this. The second layer is an analog lab preset, which is just adding a bit of mids and also some width, and it's using flatter and cram-it PE to make it a bit more aggressive. And I'll maybe first play it to you without flatter and cram-it. It sounds like this. Then with flatter, and then with cram-it, and then with the sub bass. The final layer is a loop, like some sort of texture loop that I've found. Let me play you the original thing without all the effects. It sounded like this. And then I just like made a rhythm out of it and added a bunch of, well, not actually a bunch of, just like 2 EQs, cram-it, clips, and the kilohertz convolver. And with all those, I got this sort of thing. Very loud. All the bass layers together sound like this. As I mentioned, I also have these 2 layers that we are not using currently, but if we were to use them, the first one sounds like this. This is made with, oh god, sorry about that. This is made with Phase Plant. And the second one is from Analog Lab and processed with Kramite PE, of course. But I think for now we can just keep these deactivated. In the leads we have nothing yet. Then lastly the effects. Before the drop we have this one. Then we have a glass breaking or something, I don't know, together. And then we have these textures in the background. I mean, this one is actually like an impact. And then we have these 2, which are just adding some noise, I guess. And those are all the elements so far. I'm pretty excited about the idea. I'm also a bit scared that I'm not able to make a full track out of this because it's just a loop for now. But the next part is trying to do that. So let's jump into the production. All right, so I'm not sure if I want to first do the intro and a build up, or if I want to do like a full drop with all 8 sections first. Maybe we can start with the intro ideas because again, we are here to make a full track. So let's start like sketching out the arrangement and what we might want to do with that. And then once we get to the drop part, we'll keep working on that then. So I guess that could be a solid plan. Let's see how it goes. By the way, one interesting thing that I decided to do this week is that I'm probably gonna do this for the future tracks as well, but I started to use the Kilohearts, the new Kilohearts compactor. I didn't think I'll end up liking it, but then I found out that they are doing like behind the scenes look ahead, which was kind of what I was afraid of, that they are not doing any look ahead, but it seems like that they are like automatically setting the look ahead depending on the attack setting. And I think it sounds great. Previously, I have been just using the compressor with just the sidechain feature, but I think this is gonna replace that for me. So anyway, we could try to start the track with this. This could be part of the intro. Alright, let's resample that because I wanna get rid of the reverb in the spaces where like we don't have the notes. Alright, maybe for the drop we could like cut the cowbell loop a bit so it's like much snappier. I think we need to resample the whole thing just so we can like bake into reverb as well. Maybe we can even do something like this, where we kind of bring in Kramite. I never use the mix knob in Kramite for some reason. I should use it more, but I just don't. This sounds so bad. Should we just add that here? Such a cool sound. I think the Mini Freak is super cool synth by Arturia. I don't know what they do differently, but like whenever I come across presets from Mini Freak, they are just like so unique. Should we make like a intro kick drum that's a bit more mellow than the one in the drop? Alright, the drop is like frequency wise, it's not perfect. We'll need to tweak it, but let's add one more effect to the start of the drop. Yeah, so as I was saying, or did I even say this? I don't remember anymore. I think we are missing the same frequencies from the drop that we have in this sound. So I don't know what the frequency is then. Maybe it's like, I don't know, 400. Or is it too mono, or like, I don't know what the problem is here. I think what I'm gonna do is just like try to make one more layer for the drop bass so that we are filling those frequencies that I'm missing at the moment. Much thicker, just as I wanted it to be, but still I think we are missing kind of the hits because of the side chaining. We could also do with just one hit at the start. I don't think we need a double hit. We could do it here maybe. I don't know. Could the intro be done? Do we need anything else? It's very odd, but it's fine. I mean, the track is very odd as well, so it could be fitting. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Let's spend some time trying to make the second half of the drop, and then I'll call it a day because I've been recording for quite a long time already and I don't have any more time today. So then we'll just continue where we left tomorrow. What happens if we just bring these two tracks that we didn't use for the second half? I kind of missed the transient in the first sound, so give me somehow like filter that out and just like bring this second layer. I think we need something still for the drop to make it as hard as I want it to be. It's still missing something. Like I can't put my finger to it, but it's probably something to do with having like some hype effect in the background or something. I don't know. I'll try to figure that out. But anyway, as I said, I'm getting a bit tired of the track as for today, and I also need to do some other work as well. So I'll come back tomorrow and let's try to finish the track then. Alright, welcome back. It's 7 a.m. the next morning, so Tuesday. We have this whole day to still work on the track, and actually I'm hoping I am able to finish the arrangement this morning, so I'll have plenty of time to edit the video. But let's jump back into production. I did work on the track yesterday a little bit after I stopped recording because I just couldn't stop, and I did make a couple of things which I will show you now, and after I've shown you those, let's just continue trying to make the rest of the arrangement. So again, I'm not totally sure where we left off yesterday, but the biggest thing probably that I did add for the drop is, remember that we had this thing in the intro which goes like, when it came to the drop, I felt like we were missing the same rhythm and the vibe, because the intro kind of makes you feel like that's the kind of the theme of the track, and then when it just disappears for the drop, it didn't feel totally right. So I tried to add it to the drop as well, but if it just didn't fit, it was too thin. So what I did is I added this chain that we have here, where we have SSF doing some weird phaser action, and then we have a very odd looking EQ, we have flatter, and then we have Cramit. So let me show you how it sounds like. What we are doing in the drop, we are just like enabling this chain. So first it goes like this. Then in the last part before the drop comes in, so kind of the pre-drop or whatever you want to call it, so this, you can hear that the sound changes for these two hits, and when we enable the automation or show the automation, you can see that we are enabling it in this place. So let me just play it to you for a while. I'll maybe like, I don't know, enable the drums as well. So it just transforms the whole sound into something totally different, but it also has the same rhythm and the feel of these things in the intro. Well, because it is the same sound, but with just a lot of processing. So that's the main thing. And what I also added is these two just like background ambience things. The first one sounds like this. It's made in Faceplant, using the granular engine. And the second one is like this. And this is from Analog Lab. And those are just like in the background creating a bit of like this movement and just like ambience on top of everything else, so it's not so dry. This part I don't think I added while we were still recording. Previously I think there was just like silence, so we went like this. But now I added this part which goes like this. So I think those are all the new things. Let's jump back into production, and I think this first drop is now ready. So we can probably just jump into the break. We could try to first just copy these. I kind of want to add some chords into some part. I don't know if this would be the right place. much, but let's try it. Actually, it could work. Let's just get rid of the snares. Alright, then we're gonna approach the next drop. We can first copy everything, I think. Alright, what are we gonna do with the second drop? You know what, let's first do the outro, so we have the full arrangement, and then just check everything, and once we have that, and we kind of have the track ready, then as the last thing, let's try to make the second drop like different from the first one and even more interesting. If we don't succeed, at least then we have the full arrangement, and if I get frustrated of not making any progress on the drop, then at least I don't have to have any more motivation to come up with an outro then. So let's do that first now, and then do the final tweaks with the second drop. That's like the bare minimum outro. I don't know what else could I do with it. Alright, that's fine. Let's jump into the second drop and try to do something cool. Okay, what am I doing? Alright, this MIDI doesn't work. Oh, we have to use this one. I have to find a way. How are we gonna like switch it up? I think we have to change the snare for this part. Oh, this could be it. Just have to distort it. This is where the dynamic mode in Flatter comes in very handy, because like if I weren't use this mode here, like just use normal distortion, it would completely get rid of the transient and just like flatten everything. So if you just have a listen, and then with the release only mode, you can hear that it's a lot snappier. I can even show it to you in clips with the oscilloscope. So first, without the dynamic mode in Flatter, it's so flat, like it's just one sausage. And with the dynamic mode, you can see that we kind of save the transient but then distort the release. I don't really know what to do here. Okay, this won't work, I'm pretty sure, but I'll give it a go anyway because it could be very cool if it works. Okay, it works. Okay, great. Let's copy this. I'm not sure about this sound, we might have to change it. Alright, so I'm not sure about the idea. So if I'm not able to quickly find a sound that sounds much better than that which I did in Faceplant, then I'm just gonna forget about this whole idea and try a new one. I'm also running out of space on my camera, so I'll try to be brief here, but let's see. You know what, let's just get rid of that entirely. I'm gonna try to come up with a better idea. Why does this section sound like a music you would hear in an elevator or something? Listen to this. I don't know. You know what? I have to end the video because as I said, I'm running out of space on my camera, and I think the track is pretty much ready. Just like this section, I'm not sure if it works. I'll have to listen to it after a while of doing something else, and then I'll know. But as for now, I don't think we can do anything about it. And as that's the kind of the last thing that I'm probably gonna do to the track anyway, I think this is a good place to end the video. So that's it, week 36. I'm glad we were able to make the arrangement this morning. It's now 9:16 a.m. I really appreciate you tuning in once again this week. It really means a lot. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel and would be interested in the future videos I will be releasing every Wednesday until the end of the year, be sure to be subscribed from the button below, and while you're at it, please also press the like button if you enjoyed the video. If you're a music producer yourself and would like to join the journey with me instead of just following along, you can join the Sixth Temple Discord server from the link down in the description. And on the server we have a Project 52 text channel where each Wednesday we share the weekly tracks that we make and also give feedback to others. So I would love to see you there. We would love to see you there if you are interested. So by all means feel free to join the server. That's it for this week. Here is the track mixed and mastered, which I will be doing tomorrow morning, hopefully successfully. Please let me know in the comments what you think of the track or what you would have done differently. I would love to hear that also because I'm still very much learning. I hope to see you next week for week 37 of Project 52, which should be fun. I have no ideas what we are gonna do yet, but we'll figure it out together next week. So join me then. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye.